to attempt to get to the far lands, or as close as we can. Things I have to mention: this is done on a phone, so you'll hear scratching and tapping, and sometimes some microphone popping, as you have to move the fingers around. I also have to hold this in a strange way to minimize blocking the microphone, which sometimes causes lack of control. And sometimes I'll have to hold it in a way that the audio will get muffled. It's because it's on a phone, and that's just the way it unfortunately is. So, I made a pretty good clip. It is my lunch break on a Wednesday, so I think most of Thursday is going to be a washout because yet another tropical mess is heading in this direction. In fact, that's why we're here now. The very edges of it have hit. It's just going to be torches where we need to put them. Anyway, it's mostly just going to be an annoying rain thing. Lucky me, I get exercise-induced pneumonia if I exercise in the rain. So, of course, I'm in the recording studio, which is now an actual conference room that, to the best of my knowledge, is not being used because the light wasn't on. Did I see something over here? Nope, just some sheep. Everything blended together in a way it looked like there was something there. Anyway, over this way a little bit more. And I'm even at 30 frames per second, which, with the amount of manipulation I have to do to this video to be centered and everything, it takes a ridiculously long time to give you a 60 frame per second video. So I have to dumb it down to 30 because I am not going to spend 8 hours. It's just way too long. Can't have my machine running at full power that long. It gets very unhappy, then stops working because it overheats if I do. Hello, computers. Anyway, we were doing pretty well till just recently, although it still ain't that bad. Not sure if we're going to need the Thursday, the late Thursday session, which I decided to add when there just was, the weather was just too nice to actually do this. So we can get, a little bit of progress in. And board it, not hit it. Then I get the direction wrong, like usual. So again, this is a lunch break, so there's a point in time that you're just gonna have to call it good. It's not like the regular breaks where if we run a little long for the safety of our little player, then that's that. Also, I don't know if it shows up, but nope, that's not what I wanted. I finally got my avatar to show up. I just didn't get around to de-steving. As you can see, if I swing, well, when I swing my arm, you see that it's not the Steve skin. Yeah, I just never really bothered to change it over. And that happens. My right finger seems to drift. Then it ultimately falls off the paddle, and twirly twirl we go. Also, this happens to be the day that my place decides we're going to make a video presentation of how our business works and what we do, and that might interfere with my ability to punch in on time getting back. As like I said, lunch breaks are time sensitive because that on the time clock we have to punch out and back in. The regular breaks we don't have to. Now the question is there a little more land than there is? So we should be able to get a little further. I'm not going to push my luck too much more. I'm going to go to this little hill over here because the sun's just about ready to set for the day. Can't believe the boat just suddenly goes way out there. Put a bed here. Grab another bed. Boat's way over there. And sleep the night off and continue out that way. But of course we have to wait for this to reach there. And I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but that's typically the safety. And then, of course, you get to watch the imprecision there. All right. For speed's sake, we're going to go on this side and then revert going this way. It looks like an island. And I was gonna think, is that a throughway? That is. Yeah, let's go through the throughway because it's something a little different. What little bit of oh, nope, it's not. Oh, every now and then a little backwards progress. If it's ultimately helping the cause, then so be it. And I'm not liking how it looks. I mean, in the center it's okay. It ain't the best. Actually, this is a good spot because we got a staircase. Interesting. The boat buried itself. Wonder if this is part of the problem now, because as I've mentioned in the previous video, before we even get to the next lack of precision point, that the game's going to start doing even more weird stuff. Goats. Gotta love touchscreen ability, because random swing at things that we're not really swinging at. Alright. Nothing there, and yeah, we can run now. We can run now. We can run now. The touch circle is just way too big. Because sometimes I can't get it to run. Sometimes when I want to crouch down, I can't. I think, like I said, it goes by horizontal resolution. So the fact that it's ultra wide screen and the vertical resolution isn't really all that much. It's a ridiculously huge circle. I always seem to get that one tick too late. Oh, that one hurts, says the cow. Alright, there's not a way out. But if we can stop ping-ponging, we can actually make a way out. Yeah, it was a little bit of a difficulty. Right there, some minor difficult situation. Better than that giant hole that we fell in that probably almost went near the bottom of the world. But fortunately, our fall was broken by lava. So, yeah, fun times had by all, dying. But we quickly recovered outside of the ability of gaining some obsidian. We'll keep an eye on the clock. If we could get around. Also, because it's touchscreen, it's so hard to control the boat. As boring as the ocean is, it helps with the distance. And like I said, we got a long ways to go. Probably another 6 months before we hit the million point. If we get there. You got a little bit of a boost there. And a village. Hello, village. We won't have to use a bed. That just died on its own. Got one here if we need it. Okay, if we need to use that one. And at this point, it's moot to go for one. No. Nothing useful there. Getting much harder to get around. In this general direction. Definitely not worth it. These villagers seem to have permanently stuck themselves. A little extra bread. Yeah, it seems there's enough in precision at this point. I definitely can tell that the precision on the Z-axis is much, much higher than the X, which is X east-west, Z north-south. We can move. That's a good start. We won't need beds. We got plenty of those. Oh, we got a smithy. Looking for more bread. Just to... You're good. There's a smithy. Chance at obsidian. If we can control the player, that'd be great. Apples for sure. Iron ingots for sure. Yeah, pressing the button. Alright, so... Alright. Heading in the right direction, but... Alright, we want one of them. We want one of those. That goes here. This goes there. So right now, we never used it, but we don't need it. We don't need that. We don't need that. That we can put over here. That we can put over there. That can go away. That's not necessary. Keep an eye on that clock. We gotta remember that. And that did us no good. And we can move. I hear skeletons a lot. I can climb. Why are we stopping? Yeah, we can break, and we can break. So this is going to help us make more of these. The wolf. And we left the stinking table again. So I made 4 of these. What good is that? Well, I mean, it's stacked, so what does it matter? Can let that live, because if we forget one, we get more. And we can grab. Alright, let's see what we do here. Alright, which way shall we go? We know in the middle is bad. It seems okay. Actually, the middle seems okay. Just not where the icebergs are. Alright, I thought that went to a river, but it just ends. Oh, nope, there's a river. Yeah, that's definitely a Bedrock thing where if you run and jump into the water, you could still maintain your full speed. I like that. Might not be an intentional thing, but I like it. It's almost time to call it good for now. In fact, we probably will do that about nowish anyway. Maybe at the top of this hill, not sure. Now I really got to keep an eye on the clock, because every time I think I see an opportunity to stop, we're still in the forest. And we can move. Alright, land's starting to totally suck now. Yeah, I'll say we found a way. Alright, you know what? Let's just find a spot that's relatively open, because it's... Yeah, this... Okay, we know. Now you want to duck. Alright, this is fairly open. We'll call it quits here. Back. Yeah, not the best of times to pick it up. But, like I said, lunch break is an exact timing thing, so as the sun was setting, lunch was pretty much about over, so kind of have to do that. So we're doing the thing that I decide to do now is the 1 hour Thursday routine, where before I get ready for work for Friday, which is typically laundromat day, we'll get an extra hour of content in so that we'll be that much further along. And maybe that much closer to finding out whether or not we will succeed or likely fail. But doesn't hurt to try, and we only got 4 ingots left, but that's okay. We'll hold on to those. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go like this, and we'll go like that, and we go like this, then take those and put them on, so at least we'll have a little something. I forgot I don't have to worry about that, because we can stack those, having more than one, because we know we've forgotten them here and there once in a while. So, I think it's close enough. Yep. Doesn't have to exactly touch, but typically, that's where you get your results. And boat time. Ever so slightly correcting for our being offside slightly. And I mean just slightly. So yeah, unless I really get slammed with activity where I can't do this on late Thursday afternoons, I'll do it an extra hour or hour-ish. Typically I'll look for about an hour and see when the sun sets. After so many sunsets, I tend to lose count as I go along and then just look at the clock anyway. I know that I started at a certain time, so I know when the minutes are around that point, we'll see whether it's worth continuing or flush out another Minecraft day. So, could be under, could be over an hour, probably the latter. The idea is to see how far we can get before we just can't. And I'm hoping that there'll be some form of success. Might get ridiculously slow and tedious. Then again, they might abandon the option to go to the store to upgrade the game to the next version, which would be 1.18, and just force the upgrade, which they have done. Wouldn't put it past them, and that could scuttle the whole thing. Alright, it's just getting worse. So apparently we are going to have to go this way. And I wonder if that's part of those other special little issues that come up at this point in the nearly 600 kilometers of distance traveled, where it's not exactly as sure as to where we are anymore, and we can't get decent terrain generation. It's always going to be difficult now. And let's take this lone wood block to replace the one that we inadvertently placed. Not terribly worried about getting it back. Mountains and looks like there's no winning. If I want to keep going forward, there's no winning. Actually, for a mountainous section, that wasn't too bad. So, you know, when I say that, that means it'll ruin it somehow. Like not running. Yeah, minor. Still kept their speed. That's the good thing. Well, wasn't that deep. I would say, in terms of speaker combinations, the last phone, the G5, was the worst, because I couldn't hear a thing if I wanted you to not go deaf, especially wearing headphones. This one, I think, is ever so slightly the best of them, and a Village. Because, I mean, in a fairly somewhat quiet area, I can hear pretty much everything. Not exactly everything, but good enough. And then the original G4, yeah, you could hear things, but Smithy is what we care about, and we can run the player. We're short on block, so let's just dig our way over. Disappointment, or a good thing. I shouldn't have those in my hand, because if I accidentally place them, I can't get them back. Now we're up to 10. That can go away. We still got plenty of stuff. So, I mean, I'm still gonna go. Nothing over there looks interesting. Double door, maybe some more bread. Or not. I don't think they have anything in those. Yeah. We have, like I know there's the slightly path of lesser resistance over on the left, but that's a bit off axis. It also would have been a really bad time for that goat to try to ram me. Didn't happen, so who cares? Fairly straight, not bad. And my finger drifted off. That right finger always drifts off the mark. And then I lose control of the boat. Happened with the other phone as well. Let's just see if we can go a little further. And then it just becomes a kind of a puzzle from there. Ping pong off an edge. That's common with the auto jump, which, you know, on the computer versions I have turned off, but it is somewhat beneficial with a touchscreen configuration. I think I'll put myself on this little hill here. Grab another blue duck as we can, and sleep this night off. Now, if we found 3 diamonds or a diamond pickaxe, or at least, I'll just say, about 22 obsidian. I don't know why I had to think of that. Then we can bring the nether back into things, although without the okay, why did we do that? Yeah, we're good with beds right now, and we don't have to be ducking, we need to be running. And there's no smithy that I can tell. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little backwards here. It looks like we're going into a forest next. Of course, now swimming is just because we can. With the older phone, it actually helped, being that it didn't have to render the overworld in terms of above the water. It helped that phone gain back a little performance. But here it's just mostly maybe keeping a very slight speed advantage, maybe. And that's not the time to do a software update. In the middle of a game, not the best time to do that. And we can run. Make sure this is still recording. And it is. Yeah, I forgot it needed to be updated. And I got the internet on. As when I'm not actually using it, I unplug the router because 1, energy. 2, there seems to be some people in this neighborhood that are desperate for internet without paying for it. Even though it is password protected. But, you know, there's tools out there that could take your best intentions of keeping people off and thwarting it. Actually, the terrain has actually... Okay, now. Sometimes my jumps haven't been properly adjusted. Yeah, every time I time that before the next half of a drumstick goes, and therefore making it kind of a hair too late. Meaning a half drumstick short, which just means that I can only be afforded a 10% no, not 10%, a 5% depletion of food before the next depletion requiring feeding to recover. Alright, let's just, again, might be a little quicker that way, but yeah, we can, yeah, there's bad things in there. We need to go faster. That way we get away from them. Yeah, I'm pretty much at the point that this world needs another purging. Although this phone is definitely not having trouble with the file size, but I'm not sure how well Bedrock takes larger file sizes. As the original world, which then became Abandoned World, which is now abandoned for good pretty much now, it seemed that it has pretty much corrupted in quite a few spots. Alright, is there a point that we get some terrain? And we can climb. Slow parts. Yeah, now you can get a choice, really. There seems to be a lot less favorable terrain now. Wow, somehow ping-ponging didn't hurt me, it actually helped, and I actually landed softly. Alright, good enough. Pressing a button. White bed this time. Yeah, it seems with the lack of precision, the animals and they can't seem to find where to jump anymore. Although for some reason the villagers, when it's time to go to bed, they seem to have no issue finding their beds. Which is strange. So it has trouble navigating, but beds aren't a problem. It's just weird. As they did say that the further we go in this iteration of math errors, the more other things are going to start to break down. Albeit very minor, but it's stuff. Thought I got an automatic boarding. Didn't happen. And again, that would kind of be going against the actual way it works. Like I always say, the boat rides are boring, but they get us to whether we inevitably fail or succeed that much sooner. More big progress after some of those mountains kind of stalled it. Quite a long haul here. So exciting. We got a swamp here. Looks like we've got a swamp. Yep. For those of you who remember the old boats, remember those you just touched anything and they'd pretty much disintegrate? And you wouldn't even get your wood's worth back from it? Okay, now we need to move. It's the part where you move. That was a weird piece of land. It's kind of like saying, this is the way you gotta go. Almost ready for the next sleep. Alright, so we'll stop at this point and select another bed, sleep it off. So we're about halfway through this particular segment before the laundromat. Let's decide, like I said, if I have the time on Thursdays to do it. I'll add a roughly 1 hour segment so we can get that much further along. Yeah, the video will be that much longer, obviously, but be that much closer to success or failure. Probably B. Alright, slightly sharp correction curve, but that'll be okay for now. So 56 off. Like to be right at the equator, more or less. I think we were nearly 500 blocks off in one of the previous videos. Not all that, either the last one or the one before. I said to get there faster and to keep the file size down. Try to stay on the equator. Although I think, not 100% sure because I didn't check, and I'm not going to check during the show. I checked to see that it was recording, which I think it is. Only because of that software update that it wants to do, and it's inconvenient in the middle of recording this. And then there is the Mushroom Island, or whatever. I know at one point it wasn't called the Mushroom. In 118, except for the lush caves, apparently, monsters can't spawn within the chunks that Mushroom Islands reside in. Right now, it's 100% true, but at 118, not quite. And there's a second island just off to the left. And a village. And it's an abandoned village, of course. Or the boat. There you go. And we can run the player. Alright, let's see where the sun... It's a ways off. And we got a smithy. And a guy that's not paying attention to the fact that there was a 2-block wide gap. You're dead. A diamond, that helps. A helmet, that... Good. And I think one more. And so a nice big jump before the ocean tends to help out with getting ever so slightly like 1 or 2 block extra advantage in terms of distance traveled. Board the boat. Steer the boat. And just as soon as we see one village, we see another. Wonder what this one has. And losing control of the boat completely. Let's see what we have. We might just borrow a bed and any smithies. Definitely nothing here that I can use. We can run. Running makes things happen faster. No. Just boring houses. Yeah, I don't see anything of use here. Sun's so close to setting at this point. Let's see if any of these things have anything of interest. And it's a farm. Or a barn. Yeah, I don't think there's much of anything of use here. You're blocking away, which almost at 570. And now we just wait for the sun to hit the horizon, because that's pretty much how it goes. And no one's claiming it, so there we go. Sleep the night off. And away we go. Those bees remind me, and they'll watch me suck at Minecraft. I think the beehive is dead, even though it was alive and well when it was created. Another pit I didn't really see much of. Saw in last episode how that could be very costly. Wound up falling down a pit of despair into lava, which I've mentioned. But it's worth repeating some things every once in a while, as this kind of drags on a little bit. And we're ducking, and we should be running. Once again, gaining very valuable forward momentum with some decent terrain. Go this way and avoid the hill. Not really, it just delays the onset. Okay, over here. And this way. And we can run. I must have went through some bushes. I sure didn't see him. It might have been there plain as day, but I didn't see him. $570s. That ain't bad. more flat terrain here, that helps. Ooh, that actually timed out. And that did not. And that's not what I asked for. Yet 9 times out of 10, when I do want to crouch, it won't. And up. If we can't get through, we can brake. And we can run. Alrighty, let's go this way, which will continue our trek and zero us off a little bit better. Close enough. Alrighty, so we'll go a half day. So this may not be exactly a full hour. When you get ready for work, I need to have this phone update, and I need to see this village as we ping pong off of every edge there is. Oh, I actually hit the water. And city-style buildings. I think I saw any there. And nothing really here. We can go. You know what? I think right here would be a good place to quit because my phone needs to update and I gotta get ready for work and what have not. Let's make it there, 572 on the nose. See you at the laundromat. As you can kind of see, software update that interrupted us is completed. So let's resume. As you can hear, this is the laundromat phase. And we are crawling on our ass here. And kind of a thick forest. Must be a lot going on because this thing's stuttering a lot. And of course that had happened. Right, for a minute I thought I saw a broken portal. That'll help with our obsidian count. So hopefully we'll get to 580 and change. There's a that might be it. Yeah, there is a slight minimum speed that we have to maintain, and if we break it, then the game kind of stuttered a little bit. As you can see, we're not stopping smoothly. It's abrupt. So this particular set of math errors also is preventing us from moving at a relatively slow rate. So I know when we get to a couple more iterations, we're going to have to be running in order to move. And then there's a point we gotta have to use some form of transportation in order to move. Well, that lure pad ruined things. There we can. Now we're not. And speaking of ruined nether portal, there's one over there. Now, if we can just get there. If we only had a diamond pickaxe. We only got one diamond, so we can't make one of those. There it is. And another piece. That helps. Do we have a lighter thingy? No, we don't. Now we do. So it wasn't a total loss. Thanks for jumping. Yeah, it just, you can see there's a hard stop in there. I mean, it stops quick anyway, but you can definitely see it. There's a hard stop. So we have to go a minimum speed, which fortunately walking is still fast enough that we can still move. And again, there will be a point that walking will not work. It's probably another reason why double tapping to run is probably not working. Because that and jumping seems to be a little less sensitive now. Village. You know. Ooh, it's right here. Wow, big village. How many beds do we have? Well, let's look at that again. That should be down there. Okay, these are, yeah, it's just stuff and things. See, all the villagers now get stuck on the edges. I wonder if it's speed related too. Although they can move at a fairly decent clip. I should check these. We can fall into pits easier. I got hit by something. I don't know what. See, everything's stuck now. If I push this guy, he probably could move a little bit. There he goes. Yeah, he doesn't move fast enough. How's the sun doing? Alright, I think we can check it. Oh, Smithy. That's something we want to see. Especially since we don't have enough diamonds. Yay, diamonds, but not how we could use them. And okay, this is the easy way. I don't know why I had a hard time getting out. Alright, the sun's close enough at this point. We have emeralds? Yes, we have emeralds. And like I said, holding this in a way to try to not block the microphones is very, very difficult. Yeah, you're going to have a hard time because look at the math error there. The jitter. It won't the sleep won't jitter because we're going to be facing north and south. We typically go east and west, but we keep the bed in the position it's already in. Alright, now I see the sun. Alrighty. Jungle! Yay! There's no avoiding the jungle. Well, there is, but off at an angle. Yeah, when I tone down the frame rate it records, it has helped this phone quite a bit. Whoa. Now, if a jungle temple comes up, that is something we'll check, because it's a fairly quick thing like the desert temples are. But they have to come up. Unfortunately, we hit this jungle in the beginning of the day, so and there's a staircase on this side that does work. We hit a vine. I'm surprised. Well, it didn't really help us much, but that's okay. Get around that a little bit. Need to correct the course a little bit. Panda. Again, not the scope of this series, so just like that wooden mansion, I'm sure people were not happy that I just passed it up. And I know I can get totems of undying, but the amount of effort and skill needed to get to that point, it just isn't worth it for what we're doing. I believe they have finally started doing some work at the other laundromat that I like to go to, because I see stuff's been moved around, so that might be a positive sign. Oh boy, mountains. This is looking less friendly as we go, although it seems to peter out slightly more this way. The further towards 0 we go. It looks climbable. We'll say that. Yeah, what it looks like versus what it really is. Different story. Here's some more blocks. Let's take them to replenish. And how many times have I asked for the sword and it did nothing? Alright, let's try this again. Replenishing our stash in case of a big mountain we have to climb. And then switch over to sword, so we're not placing them. Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's definitely not helping. And we can turn. Over. And a village. A strange one. One that'll be difficult to get to. So we're going backwards and slamming into the ground in the process, because pretty much the only way to get there, really. Slam. Our armor is really loving these. Smithy. Iron doesn't help. I mean, hurt. And we are fully protected, so nothing really wanted for helping us get to the nether, but everything to get all ready to take more free falls. Okay, that's worthless to me. And that sounds like that we can break, and we can move, and we can move. Alright, my washing did stop, but we're pretty close to another day ending, so might as well just go the distance. Nothing in here. And another smithy. Ooh, nice. Yeah, pickaxe isn't all that important. Walk through fire, that's brilliant. Alrighty. After the sleep, turn here. We'll get back at it after I eat some food. We're back for the final dryer phase. And we're still going through this village. Alright, so off we go. One smithy was very useful. The other was useful in a different way, in allowing us to have a full set of armor. Although I wished it had more obsidian. Now, because like I said, we cannot pick up obsidian with a iron pickaxe, we want to have more than 20, because if we make a mistake, especially in the nether, we want to be able to, you know, have extras, so we don't wind up trapped and having to kill ourselves. Remember, I'm the same guy that does watch me suck at Minecraft. Yet again, the secret dryer was open, because every one of them is actually 6 minutes for a quarter, but one of them was misprogrammed. The first quarter will only give you 5, but then you get 10 minutes for each additional quarter after. So you actually come out ahead. In fact, it usually takes 48, 49 minutes, depending where I get it done. And there I saw something on my screen I wanted to get rid of. I'm not too worried about aiming down slightly, because it's pretty much the beginning of the day. And I'm slightly leaning up towards the right a little bit. So my view of the world isn't exactly straight. So is this an island, or are we going to get landlocked? Thing is, this entire time that I use the phone, I have forgot to brighten the image up a little bit. It's okay indoors. I have it down so that, so the battery will last a hair longer. Not that it really needs the extra help. It's pretty long lasting on its own. But you don't need it super bright. In places like Mason's, I can have it up a little bit. And in spite of all the text being pretty much the same size as the old phone, it is so much easier to read on this one because of the 4K display. My finger went off. It's just easier to let it rotate. Looks like we got no choice but land. which is okay. As I always say, the ocean helps, but it's not very exciting. Unless we had a, coral reefs and other, sea pickles lighting the floor. Because then it'd be something to look at. But those clumps of sand almost look like villages. Kind of the old-fashioned ones. And we're not running. And a village that I just suddenly came up on. Wonder if I passed pretty much the whole thing. No. There's almost nothing really here. I should have jumped. I didn't. Yet another moment where we don't have to actually use a bed because we got a village. Alright. There's the rare moment that I didn't have to do anything and this guy's stuck. This guy's stuck again. Yeah, it's just getting stuck on things. What am I doing? Hate to be the bad guy, but I'm gonna borrow your bed for a day. There we go. And it'll be yours. Go get stuck on an edge. Just like most villagers out this way do. Didn't like the looks of that. Hit or miss, the savannah. Will we be able to blaze through, or will it be failure? Or will it just go right to a desert and make life just that much easier? Okay, 5 times. Took 5 double taps to get it to run. Alright, now we're a little too far north, but nothing really big. Yeah, I think these hard stops is helping this thing to not run. Oh, that was bad. And I think that software update unoptimized this game, because it used to run way better. But then again, it also said that the further out we go in this iteration of glitchy, that it's gonna act up. Village. These desert villages are kind of useless, but oh, that isn't a desert village. Got about 40 usable minutes. I can go significantly closer to dryer time ending, as this phone doesn't take a week and a half to do stuff. 30 frames a second, you're probably not going to notice the sudden slowdown. This double door one might be or something. Yeah, it's getting pointless. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I think I see a portal, but before I do, I want to just check a setting in video. Alright, that's correct. And I swear there was a simulation distance is still at the 4 chunks that I want, because that helps reduce the how big the file gets. I deducted correctly that there is another broken portal. I would like at least 22 total. And we're not going to get any more help. Not going to happen here. So something is slowing this phone down. So I'm seeing it stutter quite a bit.
You get that too,
I'm hoping it didn't reset the recording speed, because then I would have to put it through a secondary editor to make it something my primary editor can use. And this is a useless village to me. And we can't make any useful trades with these guys. For what we're doing, it's useless. Yeah, I don't think this place has what we're looking for. We're good in the food department, so that's why we can kind of just skip it. off we go in the ocean again. There's no way around this. And we probably don't want to try and find a way around it. Oh, there's a cub involved. I don't know if you saw that last minute, a cub formed. So the polar bear might be looking at us. Let's turn around and see. Nope. The short simulation distance helps there. Just on the menu, the 4 chunks is grayed out, so yeah, it's not a fan of that. Finally use a bed of our own. Put that there. We'll take a yellow one just to make it a little different. And yeah, there's the sun. Yeah, and these guys are trying to fix a clog, I guess, in one of the washers. Yeah, I know, in a slightly higher elevation, the sun doesn't have to be where it is. Yeah, we made it to at least 580K. Finger drifted again. That right finger is always drifting.
Yeah, it's like that's basically a 80 gallons. I can tell you got the stories. We have one guy who's trying to put it on the camera. I don't know if that was possible for all, but it's kind of funny.
Someone's wash finished.
Well, I don't do a lot of trains. I'm a plumber. I don't like doing this. I don't want to do this.
I don't blame you. I don't do it either.
Get it all back up today. It was telling me yesterday, the day before, it was pulled up
this is one of those instances where the ocean isn't quite as boring because we got the corals and the sea pickles helping to light it up.
Every once in a while, I am seeing the stock.
In a village.
Yeah, you can do that if you try.
Alrighty, let's move the player. And these are useless. Okay, we're not going to turn in, we're not going to look. Huh?
You know, one of the teams didn't jump. It's gonna
Alrighty, so pointless. Mountains. Not what we want to see. Us get up a little bit. We can run the player, we can run the player. Well, at least the mountain wasn't horrendously bad. Let's get some of this. For some reason I thought there was a polar bear. Wow, that's a big drop. Of course it didn't follow the course there. Okay, how about out of the water? How about out of the water? How about up? How about up? How about up, up, up? There's somebody there trying to kill us. Let's move. That was a bit much. Yeah, we needed to go up. It's starting to get dark. And another broken portal. Without a diamond pickaxe, we need at least 22. We can't afford the errors, especially in an emergency. And no. No, it's... See, if I built around this, I'd still have too few. Still too few pieces.
Failing with.
Another exciting boat trip. Another one. I did see a broken portal. Gotta go way the heck out of the way. Alright, let's see what we got. 22. And we can not do that. We can move the player. We only needed 5 pieces for that. So what we're going to do is we are going to relocate this and relocate that. We are going to remove a stack here, a couple of beds there. Let's throw a third. We got plenty of those. This there. Will this be success or failure? Let's find out.
Let me know when you're ready.
Alright,
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Can't see. Alright. Now, let's grab some food. The bad part here are Endermen. And not being able to move. And we can move this way. And we can move this way. And a little bit of a drop here. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. Yeah, that doesn't look good there. And we can move. And we bridged. That's good. Finally see one of these green biomes, for which the name I forget all the time.
I put the bulkhead cover back on.
In a second.
this. Very, very difficult to do when you can't duck. Okay, we can do this again. Alright, let's move the player. We've done this good, let's not lose it. Typically, good stuff. Unfortunately, for what we're doing, it's not necessary. Oh crap, we can move. Thanks for not moving. Wow, negative 39, that's not good.
I'll just see if there's anything stupid in there.
Alright. Yeah, we can... Okay, you can't move because we're stuck. Does this continue this way? Yes, it does. We're going to be off axis a bit, but it's helping. This is really going to put on some distance. Especially now. Well, I guess. And we can go this way. How about the direction I'm pointing? And brake. And there goes the pickaxe. We can move the player. We got enough iron to make another one. Or put that down, because that's what we want. We only have one wood plank. That's not good.
Secure mechanism to. And I think you so often.
Alright, so let's just break this down.
This one's good. You mind if we get in this? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Alright, I had to move so they can do some work. So that's what all that random mystery stuff was there. That floated on screen. Made no sense. Oh, look. It's where I was.
So the third boat is only has 3 operating right now.
Okay, we can go this way. Now, the only reason why we are not going back to the overworld is because it is nighttime. And we can move the player. I like when that happens. I hear him, but I don't see him. This is grossly slowing things down. But that's what we got. One lousy plank. I was not paying attention. I wish I could take some of these spare tables and turn them into wood planks, but that's not a thing.
Well, that sheet guy wants to slip, so that part pushed down from that.
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna have to end it because we don't have the materials. Yeah, we're also way off axis because when we go back, we're gonna be way off. Brake. Slow and tedious, but unfortunately what we gotta do. We also need to get back on axis. So hard to hold this in a way that you can hear things. Alright, we're getting close enough now that we can just call it good. We'll be about 80 and change off. Yeah, I'm at the point now that this is what we'll do. We'll start breaking our portal opening. So slow and tedious. But we don't have anything. Okay, we can break. So slow, so tiring. It's almost over. So of course something shows up now. Well, I overshot how deep we needed it. That's okay. Let's see where we wind up. It's almost time to call it an episode. Lovely. We're in a cave. Just what we needed. This is bad. Come on, something work.
Look at it.
Which way's the correct way? Alright, so yeah, it's almost time to call it good. Yeah, we barely made any real progress. So you know what, we'll just board it, board it, board it. Alright, we got about a minute left on the dryer, so I think we did make some progress. So we're going to stop here and call it good. We almost can do normal nether travel now. I don't know how this is going to work with. Alright, leave the boat. Alright, 580, 700. We'll leave it at that. We'll get to the boat in the next episode. That's one way with the dryer finishing. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.